This is a video on how to clean up your avatar before you make an edit. On this avatar we have some very noticeable glitches. The shoulder is glitching through the hood. That's the first thing I'm going to try and tackle. Also, I'm going to try and clean up the way this hood is falling down around the shoulder. Try and make it look a little bit more streamlined. Okay, we'll start with the shoulder here. I'm going to use my pen tool, the curvature pen tool exactly, and we're going to select the area here of the shoulder that is cutting through the hood. So we'll start down here, and I'm just simply clicking to put down the anchors. And as you can see, it's going to curve naturally for you around the curvature of this shoulder. These anchors down here, I want the line between them to be straight. So you hold down Alt, and when the cursor on the pen tool turns into a little arrow, if you can see that little arrow there that kind of shows up, you click it and it'll take away the curvature of that anchor. So holding Control down, I can move this anchor up a bit so it'll select more. I'm going to move this up by holding Control and clicking that little line there, and click this anchor, move it up, this anchor to move it back a bit. Alright, I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to right click in the middle of the anchors or the selections. I'm going to fill path. I'm going to fill it with the background color because the background color is white. It doesn't really matter what color you fill it with, but I'm just anal. Alright, now there's the fill. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to right click again and delete path to get rid of the anchors. Okay, so now we've got our shape. Now I'm going to Control click the thumbnail, get my gradient tool. Actually, let's see, should I do that? No, I am not going to do that. I'm going to erase the bottom part of this shape so that it's just the red that we have to fill first. I'm just going to go in there and just delete that bottom part. Okay, now I'm going to Control click it, get my gradient tool, go up to the gradient color, and I'm going to click the first color box, select this dark red over here for that color box. For this color box, it's going to be this light red, and I'm going to delete this last one. I'm going to slide this over, hit OK, and now I'm going to fill it. I'm going to try and match the reds up. Because see, the line is right about here, where it gets from dark to light red. Oops, wrong way. Right about here, maybe. Not too far. That looks about right. Alright, hit Control D to deselect it. Now I'm going to get my blur tool and try and blur these edges. Make our brush smaller. Strength of 82 should be good. Hoping that I might need to resize the avatar, but no, it's working. Okay, good. Just go around the edges of the shape that we just made to blend it in. Okay, what's under this? Ah, okay. We're going to need to fix that too. Let's go around the edges still until you've got them blended in pretty good. Don't worry about this one here. We'll fix it in a sec. I'm going to blur this too. And this. Okay, so now we need to go in and fix the underline part because it's bleeding through, causing the edge to look like a hard edge and very noticeable. So I'm going to get my brush tool. I'm going to make a soft round brush. Hold shift and your left bracket to make it soft. I'm going to make a new layer and I'm going to sample I'm going to turn off the top layer for a sec. I'm going to sample this color, the light color right here. Make our brush smaller. And then just paint to cover that up. And it covers it up nice. We're going to blur it a little bit too. That might uncover some of it again, but I hope it didn't. Nice and smooth. Okay. I'm going to sample this darker red up here because it's still bleeding through a little bit. Get our brush tool and sample that darker red. Go to the layer here and paint under it. There we go. Just sample again to cover any of the changes that we've made with the color that's under it that's causing it to look like it's been fixed. Sample this and fix that one there. Right, that's a lot better. Okay, so we need to fix this here, this discoloration here a bit. So I'm going to sample that color here. I've got to go to this layer. Let's go ahead and merge these two layers. Okay, sample this dark red. Okay, that's not going to work. Sample the dark red to about here. Sample again. So paint here. We need this to be down here further. What we want to do is to make this blend like it's meant to be this way. I'm going to try blurring this. Okay, that worked pretty good. Let's blur this whole thing. Okay. Alright, so now we need to select the original layer here, and we need to blend this white in here. So just blur that as well. I'm going to get my brush tool, sample the white, fix this a bit. I'm going to make a new layer above here. Okay, I'm going to blur it. Blur, blur, blur. Now blur this. Okay, that's good. Actually, I'm going to blur that too. Okay. Blur is our friend. Okay, so now I need to finish blurring this too. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna try and fix this little dip up here with the smudge tool. Just push it down a bit. Okay, there we go. Fix that. We're going to make a new seam or hem, whatever you want to call it, here too. So I'm using my smudge tool. Okay, let's zoom out and see how that looks. Okay, cool. I'm going to blur that a little bit more. It looks like it needs it on top of where the shoulder is. I'm going to merge these. And oops, it's bringing that underneath through like a dummy. Didn't think of that. All right. Go here, make another layer again underneath. And make it the red that it should be. Actually, let's just get rid of that. Merge everything. Make a new layer. And get this bright red. Just paint over it. Much easier. Should have done that to begin with, probably. So we blur it again. Blur, blur. That kind of works out too because it gives it the shading that we need for it to look like it's lifting up over the shoulder. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix the rest of this hood. All right. Thinking, should we put a shadow under there? Maybe we should. I'm going to merge these. I'm going to attempt to put a shadow under the hood right here where it's going over the shoulder. So it looks like there's a difference between the two because right now it looks like it's blending in too much. All right. Get dark gray. Make a new layer. Actually, let's make, yeah, I'm going to do the gray first. Make a new layer. And I think that'll be okay. It's kind of big. Okay, let's try this. Now I'm going to go around the edge of where I think the edge of the, you should probably select a brush tool to do this. Brush tool and brush size about 6 maybe. I'm going to lower the flow down to about 25. Okay, and I'm going to do, should probably use my pen tool. It'll probably be a lot easier. I think I'll do that. Pen tool, curvature, pen tool. Third one down. Go to the top, go to the bottom and click. I don't really need to put a curve in this, but we can right about here and here. Okay, that's fine. Now right click, stroke path, and hit OK. There it is. Do another one. Okay, right click and delete path. All right. Now I'm going to change the blend mode to, let's see, overlay. Yeah, we'll go to overlay. Overlay looked like it worked okay. All right, overlay, and now I'm going to blend the shadow in a bit with blur. Just gonna tap, tap, tap it instead of actually blurring it. Tap on top of it. All right, I'm gonna do a copy of that. Control J. That looks a little bit better. Blur it a little bit more. All right, that looks good. I think what I'm gonna do is put a gray, a bit of a gray stroke up here. New layer. And a little down there. And blur it, of course. Okay, there, that's good. Now I'm going to go ahead and merge. these. All right, that looks good. All right, now we're going to get rid of part of this hood because it's not good. I'm going to use a hard-edged round brush. Make sure that spacing is turned down to 1%. Turn off anything checked except for smoothing. Leave that on. And I'm going to erase part of this hood. Alright, that looks okay. And now I'm going to use my smudge tool. I'm going to try, actually I'm going to put a white background on this thing because it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. Hit D for David on your keyboard to get black over white, then X to switch it. Then there we go. Maybe we should do darker because it's hard to see the white. Let's try to make a second layer. Make 2 different color backgrounds so we can change it up. There we go. That'll be better. Alright, so smudge tool, about 8, size 8, strength at 48. Might be too high, might be too low. Not sure yet. Alright. Helps if we have the right layer selected, of course. Make it a little smaller. Actually, we're going to make this the hem come down over this, so that'll get rid of most of that. Just using my smudge, bringing it down to the other one, and then bringing that one up, because this thing was missing a hem where it should have one. Okay. Make it a little bigger. Just a bit bigger. There we go. I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and fix the rest of it since we're here. Still using the smudge tool. Alright. There we go. Alright, so now we need to do a highlight all the way across it. Actually, that's not. Let's zoom in on that. Fix that a bit. Lower the strength down to like 10, 15. That's fine. Okay, we need to fix that a little bit here. That's better. Okay, I'm also going to fix the shadow here. We're going to put another shadow in here later, but I want to blur this in because the shadow's like ridiculous. Just kind of smooth that out. Right there is good. I'm going to smooth this hard line here. I don't know about you, but I don't remember clothing having hard lines like that. IMVU and their horrible graphics, I swear. Bring that white up here. That's the hem there. Okay. fix the other side in a minute. I'm going to get rid of some of this hair that's going through the top here too. Brought the strength up a little bit. Just smudge it out of there. Okay. So that is a lot better. Let's move this here. All right. Gonna get my pen tool. We're gonna put a shadow right here, a very light one. We're gonna fix the brush to be about a size 2. Want it to be soft. So shift right bracket for soft, and get our curvature pen tool. Go up here and click. Here, click. Here, click. And you see it's gonna go round for you all the way down to the end of the hood. We just need to make a couple adjustments here. I may add another anchor here. Add one here. And that looks good. This right here actually might need one. There we go. I'm going to smudge this hood a little bit more right here. Okay. Go ahead and make a new layer. And right click. Well, make sure you have your pen tool selected. Right click, stroke path, and go. What happened? Flow should be at 100. Do it again. Right click, stroke path, and there it is. Okay. Now we can get rid of the path. Go ahead and change the blend mode. Okay. And I'm just going to blur it a bit. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so we're going to get the pen tool again, curvature pen tool. We're going to stroke the middle part of the rim, or whatever, hem, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start down here. Just clicking. We need to fix this side still, but let's just stop here with the hem and then go back and fix where they are. Add one here. And as you notice, as you add another anchor point and pull it to move it, it changes the location of the rest of it, which is kind of cool. It usually follows right where you want it. Not always, but most of the time. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Awesome sauce. I'm just adding anchors in areas that need it. So it's in the middle. We want it in the middle. And this last one here, I'll put right here. Okay. Get our brush. Make sure it's the right size. Perfect. Select white. So hit X. Get your pen tool selected. Make a new layer. And stroke with white. Alright, one more time. Now right click and delete path. Okay, there is the stroke. Obviously this needs to be blurred because it's really sharp. We don't want that. First you can change it to overlay. Yeah. I'm gonna try Gaussian blur first. Turn it down. Yeah, actually that looks okay. Let's see, turn it up to 2. Yeah, a little bit lower. Okay, that could work. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, 1.7 is what I ended up with. Now I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to fix the other side, and we'll do the same thing to that side. Oops. Select her layer and smudge that edge a little bit. Should get closer to do that. These are the little details that OCD makes you fix. Probably don't need to even do this. I like it because it looks good. It's always good to get into the habit of fixing all these little details because it really does make a difference in the long run when you have them all fixed. Not that anybody's going to notice it, but I notice it. It's all I need. Of course, once you start fixing it, you've got to keep fixing it until it looks right. And that means some other areas are going to need to be fixed because of it. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this little extra part on the back here. Just get your hard round eraser and just erase a little bit there. Okay. Looks good. Alright. I'm going to make, first I'm going to merge all these layers again. And I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to fill it with 50% gray. Change it to overlay. And then make it a layer mask. And we're going to dodge and burn this layer here so that we leave our main picture unharmed if we mess up. So I'm going to dodge first. Soft round brush. Soft round brush is left bracket, not right. Okay. I'm just going to highlight this here. Oh, wait, it's way too high. Back a little bit more. Okay. Turn our exposure down to like 2. That's better. Go here and dodge that. I'm going to dodge part of her arm. Dodge the shirt right here. I'm going to dodge the hoodie. I'm going to dodge the boob. Well, not that much. Make that bigger. And just tap that. Right, like that. That side. I'm going to blur it. Now we're going to go ahead and burn parts of this. Make our brush bigger. Let's turn the exposure down to 1. Okay, we're going to burn here. Okay, let's turn that up a bit. There we That's better. I'm going to burn all along here. Back here a little bit. Middle of the boobs. Make sure you blur it once you've done it so it doesn't look so harsh. Alright. We're going to go here and blur this and the actual original picture here. Blur it a bit because it'll help the burn look right. Fix that. Alright, get that. So over here. Okay. Let's go around and fix some of these edges. They're a little bit sharp. Lower the strength down to about 10. And just go around and fix some of these edges. They are so pixelated. You have to do this side too. Do on this side what I did on the other side of the hoodie. Just go in and make a highlight with a white line. Use your pen tool. And then, yeah, just make the rim a little bit more pronounced. And then put a shadow on the inside rim of the hoodie to match the other one. Oh, we didn't do it yet, did we? Okay, well, let's do that first. That would help. All right, we're going to do that real quick, and then that'll be the end of this. Go here. Wait, let's go back one. Okay. Put a shadow in here. Click. Okay. Bring that up. Bring this down. That in. Right about there. Okay, that should be good. Pen tool or brush tool, your size is about 2. Good, good. Everything else, change the color to black. Black. Make a new layer above the fill layer. Right, get your pen tool selected. Right click, stroke path. Okay, there we go. Right click, delete path. Get your blur tool and blur it. You could leave it at 10%, easier to blur that way. There we go. Looks better. You can burn it too if you want. If you want a darker shadow in there. Okay. I just did the burn on the original layer. Do it on your fill layer so that you don't mess up the original if you mess up. Do as I say, not as I do. Last thing I would probably do is to get my smudge tool again, lower the opacity or the strength of it or the size of the brush, and just kind of clean up a couple things. The hair. Let's turn that up. You don't have to do this. You can if you want. Totally up to you. It's because I'm OCD again. I'm going to fill in these spots here with her hair. Clean up some of these lines. Bring this red over so it is right. Bring that brush size up. There we go. Once you're done, then you want to go over the rim again with your smudge, because your hair fix is going to probably push this out of whack. So we'll just smudge over that a little bit, bring it back in to where it goes and covers the hair a little bit. Okay, you could do that along the whole hairline if you'd like. I would, to get I'm not going to do the whole thing right now though. Make sure you smudge all this hard line here, not smudge, blur this whole like line. Turn that up. That stupid pixelated crap in here. Okay. Do this, make it round instead of square. Okay, that's about it. The rest of it you can finish. I think it looks a lot better. Yep, looks a lot better. You can even fix this here by using your smudge, pushing it in, because your arm is being eaten by your boob here. Oh, you need to fix your boob nipple thing. Again, smudge will help. Turn that bigger. Just lightly push the nipple down so that the shirt's covering it. Same over here. There you go. Simple. You can blur it a little bit to soften it. Here is just go like this with the smudge tool again. Just push the arm back over the boob where it should be. And if we go too far, just smudge it back. Just be careful here. You might even want to add a shadow here on the outside of the arm. That's not right, or not looking too good. Let me turn this down and fix it a bit. See if I can. Yeah, just turn your strength down to do this. And like I said, you could put a shadow here, and that'll help cover up, you know, the what do you call it, the repair that you did. So get your pen, start here, 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 another one here. Okay. And your brush, make it a 3, it's on black, and pen tool selected, right click, stroke path on a new layer, right click, stroke path, right click, delete path, turn it to overlay, and blur it. Okay, hit V to move it. There you go. That looks a lot better. Alright, all done. Hope this helped you. Toodles!